I'm going to do this really, really quickly because I need something to post for tomorrow, and I will do an in-depth tutorial on how to do this edit, maybe over the weekend. This is specifically for CapCut. If you have After Effects or use like All Light Motion or Blur or something, this method could work on there, but I don't know how to edit on those apps, so you're going to have to look up another tutorial for those. But it's the edit where it's like this, and then it's like the outfits. This is just the avatar cut because I put the avatar and the text separate because I find that really easy. But anyways, this is how I marked the keyframes. So I used a graph, and this is the graph that I used. I used ease and quad ease because those are like my favorite graphs in CapCut. But you mark it, you can put it off to the side like however far you want. I just wanted mine to go in slower, so that's why I put it closer to the edge instead of all the way back there. So like, if you were to put it all the way back here, this is what it would look like. It would be like this, and it would go faster. But then when it's like this, it just like zooms in slower. I like it like that. But you can do whatever you want. And then I put it at 50. I put the opacity or whatever that's called at 50, and then you bring it, and it's mark it at 50 again right here, and then like right around here-ish, just put it back up to 100. It'll make sense more with the music. And then for these, you put it like, I don't know how to explain this really well, so I'm sorry, but you mark it at 50 again, the opacity, and you put it like to the side, like right there, and then put in like just like half, maybe not even half, like a quarter of the body, and you put it up to 100 right there, and then you can bring this one down to 60. You can bring this one's opacity down to keyframes. This one, I would recommend putting it like right in the middle, depending on the pose that your avatar is doing. You can move it off to this side or that side, but I like putting it like right in the middle, and you also have to zoom in like a tiny bit. Don't zoom in like massive, or don't like not zoom in, because if you don't zoom in, then it just looks like that, and it doesn't look good. But then if you have it normally, it zooms in, and it's like marks off the beat more, and like better. And for the text, I just put, sorry, I'm swinging on a swing, so yeah. For the text, I just put my fave outfits. You can put outfit, like, drop or like something like that. You could put my favorite outfits, you could put whatever you want, it just has to be outfit related. And for that, let me show you. So I put a keyframe. If you don't know how to add a keyframe, it's just this little button right here, and you can like adjust it like that, or there's a thing somewhere called basic, and that makes it so it's like adjusted more precise. Sorry, I need to undo everything. Okay, but then anyways, for this, I just did a whole keyframe thing. So you start at where you want it to be, which mine's usually in the middle, and it's around like this big. And then what I did was I turned it, and then I moved it to the side like a tad bit, like I moved it right there like a tad bit. And I also put fade. I'm gonna show you how long to do the fade, because if you do it for longer, then it won't go on beat. And if you do it for shorter, it also won't go on beat. So I did it for 1.2 seconds, because that just fits the beat for my edit. Do it into like this part, so that it like fades out, you know? And then for this one, so like we have these two. So start it and like fade it in. I'm pretty sure I did fade for like maybe 0.3 seconds. 0.5 seconds. So do fade for 0.5 seconds on this. I just use those little like greater than, less than signs for the arrows, but you could do whatever you want. So I just did that. And then for these, so for these, you start where you want it to, like what size the text was originally, and then, so you start where the text was originally, and then you shrink it, and then you bring it back to where the text was originally, and then you do that. I just copied and pasted it all, so it's not really on beat, because I kind of got lazy. But you can like do like all these keyframes and stuff, just add like a ton of keyframes, you know, and just like that, and then just add all the keyframes manually. But what I like doing is this. So that is how you make the edit on CapCut, and again, I will put in more in-depth tutorial on Friday.